PostgreSQL or PostgreSQL is an example of an object-oriented relational database management system, or RDBMS, and it is also an open source product. So if, for example, you are familiar with a product like MySQL, it's the same idea in that it is free to use. Anyone can download it and install it, and it is not owned by any one particular organization. It is developed and enhanced by the community. So not only can you obtain the product, you can in fact access the source code and submit your own ideas for developing the product as things move forward. Now, as of the time of this recording, its current version is 9.4, but you do just want to check periodically to see what new releases are out there. And it is fully compliant and fully supports the structured query language. Now, like any database management system, there are certain aspects of the SQL language that are only supported by particular products. So, you may see examples of a particular keyword or phrase in the code that is unique to SQL in Postgres. But for the most part, if you are familiar with the structured query language, it is very familiar. It's the same use as any other database management system. Its architecture includes the database engine itself and some support. There's a lot of documentation available. There's a lot of communities. There is a command line management interface as well as graphic user interface for the admin console, and that's known as pgadmin, currently version 3. As for the supported platforms, you can run it on Linux and Windows, both using the Intel architecture, 32 or 64-bit, and you can also run it on the Mac OS X platform. And I think you might be surprised to see some of its capabilities in terms of the operational limits here. Maximum database size, unlimited. Maximum table size, 32 terabytes. Maximum row size, 1.6 terabytes. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea of that particular capability, if you are familiar with Microsoft SQL Server, most versions of that product, the maximum row size is 8 kilobytes. That's right, kilobytes. Now, that doesn't mean you cannot store very large objects in those databases. They just have to be stored outside the confines of the table or the